Good morning, guys. And today I wanted to talk to you about Facebook Lives. Now, I know we did cover off on this a couple of weeks ago, but I really wanted to dive into this as this is one of our new strategies that we were really going to push next year, but I think it's time at the moment, given the way things are, that we really look at it now. So guys, a lot of people will do a Facebook Live there and then on the spot. So they'll be at an open home or they'll be out and about and they want to get a message across. And unfortunately, the hit and miss with that is if you're doing it on the spot, the chances of engagement are a lot lower than if you let people know about it. So today we're going to talk about two aspects. So whether you've got property for sale or for lease, or whether you're just offering information and updates and things like that. So the first thing I want to cover is have a dedicated time. So we all know at the moment, the Masked Singer is 7:30, I think every night or a couple of nights a week. All right, so it's at 7:30. You've got Channel 10 News is at 6 o'clock. You've got The Project at, I don't know, 6:30. You know to tune in at those times. We've got Gladys, here in Sydney at 11 o'clock. So you know it's ingrained in people's minds. So you almost want to become known as a show kind of thing, or to tune in. So to preview that, to advertise, one, that you are going to go live, and two, the topics of conversation, guys, that's going to entice people to join the live. Now, for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you put out, let's say on social media and your stories and your posts that, hey, it's Nick here, I'm going live Saturday, 11 o'clock, bang, these are the topics we're going to discuss. For someone who's thinking about doing something but they're not quite there yet, that might be enough to prompt them to tune in. Now, they might be thinking or in the early stages of thinking, but at this point in time, they're not ready to talk to an agent because they don't want to be hassled. So that's where you can still offer information to your audience without them feeling intimidated or like you're going to harass them. The same can be said for a property for sale. Or for lease. So what I'd recommend, if you've got a property that's about to hit the market before the signboards go up, because we can't be doing the open homes and things like that at the moment, what I would suggest, and this is also for your information sessions as well, is I'd suggest a DL or even if you just print out in your home office or your office printer, 50 or 100 to your local area saying, hey, we've just listed this property. I'm going to go live on Thursday night at 5 o'clock and show you around. This can also be done for your information sessions, let's say on a Saturday. Hi, I've been asked by people over the past few weeks, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to cover off on them on Saturday from 11 to 11:15. If you'd like to tune in, please let me know. If you have any additional questions, I will do my best to answer them. So that's twofold. Number one, you're putting something in their letterbox which is different. You're diverting them back to your social media as well, which, I know it's hard to believe, but some people may not think to go and look for your socials unless they're prompted. And number three, it shows that you're doing something a little bit different to your competitors as well, because you're offering information without them feeling committed, I suppose. I personally hate those things where it's like submit your email because I know I'm going to get spam. So this is a bit of a safe place for them. And by getting people to come and watch your lives and things like that and advertising on your profiles, Facebook will reward you if it sees that you're getting good numbers tuning in to look at your content. So if you are going to run ads and boosts and things like that, your cost per spend will come down because Facebook recognizes that your audience is interested in what you've got to say. Now, in saying that, that doesn't mean that you need large numbers. Now, I know when I started, I was not getting big numbers at all. I was lucky to get one or two people tune in. Now, the CEO of the Social Media Institute of Australia and I are friends, and we had a chat about 2 years ago. I just said, look, I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting the engagement. I'm getting like one or two people tune in. And she said, yes, but you're making a difference in one or two people's lives. That one or two people could be a seller, okay, or might know someone that's a seller. So don't get too hung up on how many people watch the actual live, because what I then want you to do after you've filmed that live on your phone, I want you to download that. So you've got the ability to download that video to your handset and then re-upload it into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, depending on how long it goes, TikTok. So you can reuse that footage. So if it's a property for sale or for lease, what you then can do is once you've downloaded it, you can send an email out to everyone in that demographic. So let's say you want to send it to homeowners. You can, obviously segregate your database, have all your landlords, homeowners, and things like that. Send the video along with a message saying, hello, Mrs. Smith, thought you might be interested. Here's a home in your area that we're just about to put on the market for sale. I thought you might like to have a look through. Number one, you're letting them know that you're active, especially if it's an apartment block where you can't get a sign or something up like that out front. But you're also, again, directing them back to your social media, but you're also showing them that you're doing something a little bit different as well. Now, you can also, if you're going to do a Facebook Live, let's say at a property on a Saturday, advertise that on your signboards, your DLs, any print material that you put out, put a Facebook Live at 11 to 11:15. Now what you can do is, I know everyone's doing one-on-one appointments at the moment, but there will be people that either they can't make that appointment because they're double booked or whatever the situation is. You can actually download that. You can walk around the home, open drawers and blah, 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 blah. If people are watching from the inquiries, if they're watching live on the open home, they can actually comment while you're walking around the home and say, hey, Nick, open the sliding door. I want to see if it's fitted out. Yeah, perfect. I'm 5'0", so I can walk into the fridge cavity and show that, I can fit in there. So you'll get your fridge, show the area, ask them if they have any questions while you're there in the home. Now, what that also is going to do for you, two things. At the end of the day, you can, again, download that video to your phone, and you can send it out to every single inquiry that you've had on that property to realestate.com and domain in case they hadn't seen it, all right? You can also send that out to your owners, as I mentioned, and show the engagement that you're having with the buyers and, put in your EDM. So if you're going to do like an OFI email, let's say on a Friday, tell them that we're going live instead of saying we're open or to book your inspection. Here it is. We're going live. Like, yes, book your inspection, but we're going to go live at this time. If you'd like a copy of the video because you can't make it, please email us. So again, it's just building, because at the end of the day, we want to be building your brands. We want to be building your profiles, not the major portals. And that's really good for an owner to see that if you're commenting and responding to engagement, you can go back to them and say, hey, look, see, I've got people interested in this property. I can only sell it to one. Would you consider doing something with yours if they're very similar? So that's that. So we've sent it out to our buyers. We've sent it out to our sellers via email. We've uploaded it to our socials on the Saturday afternoon, on the Sunday. The next thing that you want to do is the next week, again, do a letterbox drop to the same people and just say, hey, look, in case you missed last week's live, excuse me, in case you missed last week's live, this is what we covered. This is where you can find it, but this is what we're covering this week. So guys, it's all about diverting people back to your website, back to your social media channels, but it's also about providing information. A lot of people aren't providing information at the moment, or there's a catch, call me for more information, or call me, or join my database. Not everybody wants to do that. If I can sit in the comfort of my own home, let's say you've got 3 properties that you're launching, and here in Rushcutters Bay in Sydney's East, I might be looking to buy an investment in 1-bedroom apartment. I can sit on the lounge and look at 2 or 3 of your properties, the raw authentic footage as well. Like, buyers love that because it's not the airbrush stuff either. They can actually see what they're getting and say, yeah, I really want to have a look at that. I can actually inspect 3 or 4 properties within 15 minutes. So that you're getting more qualified buyers as well. So guys, that's a pretty good strategy that we've got, and we've already had some of our clients implementing that. I think it's going to take off really well. Please try to remember we're going to be in this situation for a long time when it comes to one-on-one inspections and virtual tours and things like that. So I can't see us going back to the large open home numbers and large auctions and all that kind of thing. Even when we open up, people I'm talking to, they're just not confident. or comfortable, going back into large crowds if they don't have to. So I really think this is the way of the future. I'd love you to start implementing these now, because I really think in 12 months' time, this is going to be a very standard thing. So guys, you should see some prospecting letters in your account to get started. If they're not there or you need them updated, as always, please let me know. But I hope that added some value to your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers, guys.